When asked which Mario Kart game has the best tracks, most people will gravitate towards either Mario Kart Wii or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and to be honest, I can't blame them. These games invented amazing tracks like Coconut Mall and Mount Wario, and I mean, who doesn't love to Mount Wario? But, while it doesn't have the best tracks in the series, there's only one title with a constant track consistency where you can't call any of the tracks bad, and that game is Mario Kart Double Dash. Yeah, as if you guys didn't already see the title and thumbnail. To celebrate this, I've decided to rank them all, so grab a friend, buckle in, and prepare to hear some of the worst Mario Kart takes of your life. Starting off with number 16, Baby Park. I hate to break it to you guys, but I'm just not a fan of driving around in O. Like seriously, Nintendo? You could have at least added a squiggle or something. But yeah, I think this track design is just boring. But there's one thing that saves this track from being bad, and that is that Double Dash is such a chaotic mess. Because of how small the track is, the amount of shenanigans is so much higher than that of any other track. This chaos is what brings Baby Park up from being actual garbage to being actually okay. Speaking of okay tracks, at number 15 we have Sherbetland. It's a nice little ice track with a cave and some skating Shy Guys. It's nothing all that special, but it's a really nice track and I can't see anything bad about it. Well, except for one thing. Somebody needs to tell me, why the f does it have the same name as the N64 track? Who decided this? It makes sense to reuse the same name for Rainbow Road and Mario Circuit, because those appear in every game. But for Sherbetland? That makes no sense. There's no Sherbetland in Mario Kart 7. But anyways, nice track, nothing special. Next, at number 14, we have Dry Dry Desert. Now desert tracks have a tendency to not be all that special, and this one is no exception. It is, unfortunately, just another desert track. But to be fair, they tried a little here. You got pokies, Super Mario Kart callbacks, and a quicksand vortex. Hell, there's even a tornado. So this is what it's like in the Midwest. However, despite all these things, they still weren't enough to save it from the just another desert track syndrome. At number 13, Mario Circuit. Yep, that's Mario Circuit alright. Number 12, Luigi Circuit, the superior Mario Brothers circuit track. But all three of you viewers may be wondering, how could I like this track over Mario Circuit? I mean, it's basically just a no. Well, one, it's not just a no, it has some squiggles. Baby Park wishes it could be like this. And two, this track is the only in the series where you get to have head-on collisions with another racer. I love tracks where you get to see other racers flying in the opposite direction, so this was really nice to see. But wait, what is that? Is that another track with the same name? We'll save that for another video. Number 11, Peach Beach. This track, while not being anything too grand, still manages to be a fun and unique track. We got branching paths, water tides that go up and down, these duck things that won't leave me the alone, and wait, what's this? Why is that rock shaped like a huge cock? Jesus, Peach, we know you like but you don't have to tell the world. At number 10, DK Mountain. You shoot to the top of this pissed off looking mountain and then have a whole Indiana Jones sequence as you come back down, dodging boulders and crossing this precarious bridge. Not much more to say, this is a pretty cool track. If a track this good is only at number 10, who knows what could be next. Moving from one jungle themed track to another, at number 9 we have Dino Dino Jungle. Another great track. The branching path section towards the middle is fun, the shortcut is always satisfying to hit, and most importantly, they have geezers. So this is what it's like in Wyoming. Oh, also, they have a dinosaur too or whatever. Coming up at number 8, Bowser's Castle. This is one of the best Bowser castles in the series, hands down. I mean, from the spiral at the beginning to the Bowser shooting fireballs at you to the courtyard at the end, I mean, there's something here for everyone. Also, can I just say that the music in this track is fire? I mean, just listen to this. Like, come on, tell me when Nicki Minaj made a song this good. Number 7, Daisy Cruiser. I mean, what more can I say? A whole track based on the Royal Caribbean? That's f***ing awesome. Only thing I can say is that this shortcut never works. It always sends me backwards instead of forwards. Shortcut? More like long cut, am I right? Also, extra props to Daisy Cruiser for appearing in some of the other tracks. It's a nice touch. The track that started it all. At number 6 we have Rainbow Road. You know, the road that you go. Now see, if this wasn't a Rainbow Road, I would put this track a lot lower. But Rainbow Roads hold a special place in my heart, so I think it deserves this spot. Also, I gotta say this track is decently challenging. I know saying a Mario Kart track is challenging is like saying a modern Mario sports game has content, but I'm being serious, the turns on this track are insane. Kicking off the top 5, we have Luigi Circuit. This track is one of the best designed tracks in this series. Honestly, I think we can put this one up with the Mona Lisa. I mean, it's a track in the shape of a Yoshi. Like, who comes up with this stuff? And everything is Yoshi themed, from the billboards to the helicopters. It's literally a Yoshi's paradise. My only problem, and I feel like I'm the only one who thinks this, but this track looks a little dull, and I can't really tell why. Maybe it's a color choice or something, it's just a little off-putting. But either way, it's an amazing track. Also, never forget the shortcut that they took from you. In 4th place, Waluigi Stadium. This track is just so cool, it makes you feel like your own BMX dirt rag racer in a game without bikes. There's just so much here to talk about. The crowd cheering you on, the music getting you ready to go, the ramps all over the place, the screens publicly broadcasting you missing a turn and driving in the mud. It does such an amazing job at selling that whole stadium feel. At number 3, we have Wario Coliseum. Okay, now take everything I said about Waluigi Stadium and give it crack cocaine. That's Wario Coliseum. This track takes the BMX theme to an entirely different level. You think Andrew Tate is the top G? No. This track right here, this is the top G. I mean, this track was so powerful the game could only handle giving it 2 laps. In 2nd place is Mushroom City. To be honest, I have a soft spot for tracks where you race against the traffic. They're always such a blast to play through, and this one is no exception. The way the track splits up into several different paths, almost reminiscent of actual city blocks, is just so cool and adds so many gameplay options. And the nighttime theme of this track looks beautiful. This track is completely deserving of its 2nd place spot. So this is what it's like in New York. And finally, the track you've all been waiting for. At number 1 is Mushroom Bridge. Now, it was a struggle picking between this one and Mushroom City, but by an extremely narrow margin, this track takes the cake. Everything about this track is just perfection. The shortcut through the houses, the alternate path through the pipe at the beginning, the sidewalks you can drive on, the shortcut on the rails of the bridge that isn't faster at all but is always so satisfying to hit. This track is just a masterpiece. You know what? F it. This one can go up with the Mona Lisa too. In the end, like I said before, this game has a consistency that no other game has, and I think any of the tracks mentioned have a fair shot at being best in the game. For their first fully 3D game, Nintendo did a masterful job in designing all of these tracks. Hell, even you, Baby Park. And of course, future games would have higher highs, but also much lower lows. But at the end of the day, that's just a ranking. A game ranking. Thanks for watching. I'm so sorry for that outro. I did not.